Okay, excuse the hat. It's quite cold here. It's winter. It's a very cold day, and it's going to protect my hair as well from the winter cold. Hi there, awesome people. What's happening? What's going on? Irene back again with another video. Well, today I'll just be giving you some tips for if you're in Cape Town for just 24 hours, aka one day, and you want to make the most of it, and you don't know when next you'll be in Cape Town, or you do know, but you still want to make the most out of your trip, your one-day trip. And it could actually have been longer, just maybe you're busy in conferences or doing stuff with teams or whatever, and you now got a day to yourself and you're like, what do I do? I'm going to be giving you some, like a run through from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, so that your one day or your 24 hours in Cape Town is memorable and you have stories to tell your friends, your family, and all that good stuff. Let's just get right into it. So the first thing that should be on your mind when you're coming to Cape Town, or when you know that you're going to be in Cape Town, is Table Mountain. You have to experience Table Mountain before you leave, and that involves planning in advance. With Table Mountain, there's always a lot of tourists, so considering that you only have a day to do as much stuff as you can in Cape Town, I'd highly suggest booking online. So you'd want to type into your Google either Table Mountain cable car, Table Mountain cable, whatever, drive, anything that would land you onto the official website where you can buy the tickets, tablemountain.net. And from there, what that will save you is when you get to Table Mountain itself, there will be two lines. One line will be for you to get the ticket. The other line will be for you to enter. And both those lines are usually quite long. So that's the first thing I wanted to start with, is just like to purchase your Table Mountain tickets maybe a week or more in advance. Now let's just get into the itinerary of what you'll be doing the day. I just want to start with the Table Mountain, stressing that fact that you have to purchase your tickets online. It just saves you a lot of time, and such you can get more stuff done during the day. So now let's just get into the list. Number one, when you arrive, preferably that you have the full day from morning to evening, just to do whatever you want in Cape Town. All these places I'm going to suggest, I'm going to assume that you'll be getting there via Uber, but just so that you can get to places faster and get out of places faster, just for convenience. Anyway, so in the morning, I suggest to skip the either lodge or bread and breakfast or in hotel breakfast. Just skip it and make your way to Truth Coffee Roasting. That is where I'd suggest that you have your breakfast. It is a sight to see, trust me. They serve great breakfast, great meals, great coffee, great tea, and together with the ambience, you just get the whole experience. Well, Truth Coffee was voted the #1 coffee shop in the world for 2015, I think, and 2016. So it's an experience when you get there that you'll have to see for yourself, just so that you can start your day with such excitement and full of life, considering that a lot of places maybe won't still be closed or still be picking up. So if you probably spent maybe an hour and a half, or close to 2 hours at the coffee shop, maybe from 8 to 10 o'clock, I suggest that prior, when you're booking your cable car, Table Mountain tickets, book them for about 11 a.m., 10:30 a.m., something really early, because that is before a lot of people start to flock the place. So the cable car Table Mountain tickets have been split into the morning times and afternoon times. Why I'd suggest the morning times is because there'll be, first of all, less people. Although you have to pay 15 Rand extra for an adult, that's a two-way. Make sure you pay two-way, because it takes you up and it brings you back down, especially if you're not planning to hike up or hike down. And now, considering that you only have a day, return ticket is the best choice. Let's assume the ideal scenario is you've come here in summer. And summer, the sunrise is really early, so by 5 a.m. it's up. So you can head out to Truth Coffee Roasting for your breakfast as early as 7 a.m. because that's when they open. So by 10 a.m. you're out of the place. I'm assuming giving yourself 2 hours just to experience your breakfast, or whoever you're with, or if you're by yourself, and then to take photos of the place, to just enjoy the experience of the place. So by 10 a.m. you start heading out now to Table Mountain for the cable car whose ticket you would have booked prior, before time. So because you'll have booked your ticket prior, you don't have to stand in the line to buy a ticket, so that saves you even more time. You just stand in the line that goes directly to the cable car. That experience could take you about 2 to 3 hours. So if you're to go there 10, so let's see, 11, then from 11 to 12, I'm assuming maybe you're up there now. So that whole sightseeing takes you about 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Take pictures, see the whole place. It's quite large, and you can as well decide to have a bite up there. There's a restaurant when you go up, though it is quite expensive. So I'd suggest you have a good heavy breakfast at Truth Coffee. Then once you head out there, you just have a quick bite to eat and just to experience the place more. So by about 1 or 1:30, you're heading on out. Via Table Mountain, it is a sight to see. It's one of the most beautiful experiences you'll ever have, because now you're going up, you get in the whole view of the city down there, then you see the mountain, you're going, it is breathtaking. Then when you get up there, you're just overwhelmed. It's so nice. That's why it's better to go in the morning very early, before it actually gets so hot and quite uncomfortable. The awesome thing is that all these places I'm suggesting are pretty much in the same vicinity. Truth Coffee is like over there, then Table Mountain is over there. Then I'd suggest you come back in town. All of them are quite in the town area, but I suggest you come back in the CBD. So once you're done with Table Mountain, the whole experience, maybe you're finished at about 1:30, 2 p.m. and now it's time for a good meal, some good wine. You know, Cape Town is a place for good meals and good wine. I suggest you make your way to Camps Bay. So maybe just an hour's lunch, just chill by the beach as well, enjoy the beach too. So maybe from 2 p.m. to about 3:30 p.m. have your lunch, then walk around the beach at Camps Bay. That's the whole experience. Is you actually get to walk in the sand and just feel the sun in your hair. Preferably it's not a rainy day. Oh, that would suck. Anyway, it's just a beautiful experience, and the drive to Camps Bay will blow your mind. It is so beautiful. So that is why I'd say first go to Camps Bay before you make your way back to the waterfront. So now I'm assuming you're done with your lunch, you've had a good steak. You have to have a steak from South Africa, you have to have a steak from Cape Town, or some seafood. It depends what you're into, what you like. You can pair that with either beer or cider or wine, because there's a lot of wine made in Cape Town, or in Stellenbosch as well. I'll make maybe a video for if you have a longer time to spend in Cape Town. So as you make your way to the waterfront, now I assume it's about 4 p.m. Just walk around, just enjoy yourself a little. There's malls in the area, but the beauty of the waterfront is you can get the best of both worlds. You can go to the mall for a little bit, then come outside and experience it outside as well. There's always people dancing, so there's that experience. Then you can walk all the way to like a pathway with water. And the other great thing about the waterfront area, there's this boat experience. Usually you just pay 40 rand and you ride that step on kind of boat thing, to be driven around in a boat and being told about the history of everything around the waterfront. It's a very, very good experience. And you find that a little behind the aquarium. If you ask around, they'll surely direct you to the place. It takes about 45 minutes. So after you're done with that, and as the afternoon is unwinding, right next to the waterfront in the vicinity, there's a place called Shimi Beach. So you can go there, just catch a few beers, watch the sunset. It's a very, very beautiful place to enjoy. So there's always good music, and you can actually spend the rest of the evening, even as it gets dark, because Shimi Beach also has a club section. So you can stay there all through the rest of the night, and how late you want to get back to your bed and breakfast, or your hotel, or your Airbnb. It depends on how long you want to stay out. And yeah, that's my concise like whole day suggestions of what to do when you're in Cape Town. So if you find yourself returning from Table Mountain, the Table Mountain experience sooner than expected, you can just ask the person driving you to bring you to Long Street or Breeze Street and walk around there. It's always a great experience walking around. Or you type into your maps Long Street Big Red Bus. It will give you the precise location of where to get the big red buses from. And what you're aiming for is just to have a full view of the city. Yes, even just one ride is quite enough. especially the red option that gives you the tour. It's usually pretty safe here, but of course just take caution of your stuff, just to feel immersed with the people of Cape Town, the people that sell things on the roadsides. And also, if you want to grab a quick beer, if you love that, there's a place on Long Street called the Beer Houses, like 100+ beers. There's so many beers. It's also a great experience. Those are a few things that you find yourself doing when you just have 24 hours or even less, not considering the time you have to sleep in Cape Town. Those are my suggestions. If you have any suggestions that maybe you've been in Cape Town for a day that you'd like to add or suggest to people to do, please leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, don't forget to like this video, guys, if you enjoyed it or if you found it useful, or if you know of anyone that's traveling to Cape Town, you just want to give them a tips, or if they have a day, and if they have a limited time to spend in Cape Town, you can show them this video just to give them some tips, because a day is not enough to spend and experience Cape Town. But if that's what you're given, you have to just make the most out of it. Okay guys, that is it for me for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next video. Peace.